legal practitioner is going
hold
to
on.
Before
Madam,
I'm convinced now that I need to be in court.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, let me make my sub-point. You see, this idea of I go to court, we have to be very careful because the court is supposed to be the last resort. And these are part of the problem we have in this country. You see, for every little issue, I'm not saying people shouldn't go to court, and I'm not saying the court has to adjudicate on certain matters. But we shouldn't see the court as the first option when there is an issue. And sometimes we do encourage people that, look, you can resolve matters between yourself because there are other disadvantages of going to court. One, you're likely to lose, and it's a very expensive business. And if care is not taken, you may be emotionally imbalanced thereafter if you don't get what you're looking for. No, that's the reality.
We're talking about INEC.
Yes, I'm with you. So the point I'm trying to make, I'm very sorry to disturb your flow of thought, but the point I'm trying to make is that if Dr. Oke wants to go to court, first of all, you need to write a letter to INEC and ask them that, look, these are your concerns. You must give people an opportunity first
to explain themselves.
Otherwise, you just don't slam them.
And Nigerians have been disenfranchised.
No,
wait. Let me just say this. We're talking about constitutional rights.
Yes,
and I'm sure you know what I'm a teacher of the law.
Yes,
if this, you know me very well as to this. What I'm saying, if a prominent legal practitioner, former MBA chair, sitting here, a former governorship candidate of a state has no PVC. Sitting governor has no PVC. Sultan of Sokoto has no PVC. A lot of Nigerians have no PVC. PVC is being distributed in areas under insurgency, and areas that are peaceful have no PVCs. Yes. 2 weeks to the election. Last election, 2011, INEC postponed the election after votes had been cast. Nigerians are not ready for that. I can, on behalf of Nigerians who have been disenfranchised, from exercising their constitutional right, go to court, even on behalf of interested parties. I think I'm thinking seriously about that. We don't want the judiciary to be at the receiving ends of the recklessness, carelessness, and unpreparedness of INEC. We should stop that.
As we wind down now, is it not too close to call to seek legal intervention? Is it not too close?
We seek accelerated hearing. We file affidavit of urgency. We would definitely have to.
The matter I mentioned,
we have to
be ready over 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, but for the strike by Jusun. But again, just like my learned friend said, INEC can put paid to this sort of litigation. If they accept, if your name is found on the register, you have temporary voters card, you are allowed to vote.
Mr. Kerry,
simple.
Please, one moment. We do have a caller from South Africa. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Saki. I'm calling from Johannesburg, South Africa.
Go ahead.
I've been listening to the commentators, and there's something that we need to understand. There's a lot of Nigeria that have traveled out of Nigeria, and they register as well. So probably the PVC will be there uncollected. So we need to understand that one. Not all of them are fake or what, just like you are saying. And also, the Sultan of Sokoto may be waiting for the INEC to bring the card to his palace, which will not be so at times most of the time, because the Sultan will go yes, collecting center to collect the PVC. So we should not be isolated, or maybe this is what is happening. I think the INEC know best. We should give them a chance. And at the period, they can still do so many things in terms of people collecting their PVC. And also, we need to understand this, that so many people won't be able to go and collect it, because I think that many people have traveled out of Nigeria. And you know the number of people that travel every day out of Nigeria, maybe to other places. So there are so many things that involve, and we don't think that can be 100%. There are some loopholes that we need to understand. So we should not be blaming INEC for so many things. There are so many things that we need to blame ourselves as well, that many people will not go there to collect it out of some reason. Maybe they don't have time. Maybe they have relocated. So all those things we want to put it in consideration. Just not say, oh, INEC is not doing well. INEC is this, INEC is that. So we need to think about that one as well, that aspect as well when we are commenting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now that's another side of it. Let's begin with you.
Yes.
many Nigerians are out.
To where?
Then they've traveled, they've left the country.
How many Nigerians?
Many.
These
That's
are
where we actually.
Significant numbers.
Okay, what about
Hakim said-
Nigerians in diaspora? Should they not have a right to vote?
Oh, let me say something on that. I need to say a point on that.
Let-
He just made a very important point. Recently, I was part of that case in Canada, where I was the 17th plaintiff. We got a judgment at the Federal Court in Abuja against INEC that says INEC must do whatever, put arrangement in place to make sure Nigerians in the diaspora vote. Last election, I was tempted to go and get an order of injunction restraining INEC from going ahead with 2011 election because Nigerians in diaspora have not been, couldn't vote. Well, as we're speaking, it's a matter of law. There is a judgment. Fala no handled that matter. When at another forum, I saw INEC and Makigini. I mentioned the same point. That I see some of us, like, if the MLK should go to court and says, INEC, don't go ahead because there's a law, there's a judgment against you, which were a party that says Nigerians in the diaspora must vote. You have not done anything.
But has the constitution been amended to give room for
No, that is
voting?
once that is that's a judgment.
Because that's what INEC would always bring up,
judgment
that the
of
laws
that
of the
way.
land do not give them room.
No, is it-
That's
what
what
is
I'm
it-
saying.
Judgment is
judgment of
law.
court.
It's a judgment. That's all. You see, some of us are being careful not. I could conveniently, as a litigant, 17th litigant, Falano did that case. I told him, Egbon, this case, we are careful not to, say somebody goes to court to challenge and to stop INEC from going ahead with the election. We could do that because there is a judgment of the Federal Court. INEC was a party. I was a 17th plaintiff before coming to Nigeria. Though, for me, I can vote. I don't need to be in Canada. But a lot of Nigerians are out there who couldn't come, who wouldn't have the flexibility of time like me.
On the issue of Nigerians in diaspora voting, is made a valid point. And
It's a
if
judgment.
we have a judgment that is clear, INEC should comply with that judgment. But on registered people, for anybody to advance an argument that most Nigerians have traveled, how many Nigerians travel? You see, we're talking about voters. You have stack in Ghana must go, as you said. So all of them traveled. Even those who are in those villages. It's ridiculous.
Let me say, when I say travel,
no,
when
not
I
you,
no,
not
I'm
you.
hold
The
on.
person who
Let me
spoke
just
from Johannesburg.
yeah, but
Talk about Nigerians have traveled. It's not. I
beyond
have
those
not
that have
traveled.
left the country,
How many?
beyond those that have left the country, maybe a few that have left the country.
Yes.
There are a lot who have relocated from where they registered in 2011.
Right.
And they may not have opportunity
They
to
can't
go back
transfer.
to where they registered
can't transfer.
to go and do the voting. So what will happen to those people?
No, most
Can
people,
transfer, there's a window.
like me,
Can transfer.
initially I registered in Oyo State. I transferred to Ondo State.
Yeah, I can transfer.
And my card is in Ondo State. I have a card. My name came out, but the permanent voters card never came out. And that applied to so many people who are there in Owo. If people are traveling, maybe Lagos and Co. In those villages, how many people travel from those villages?
Okay,
that
Mr. Kelly, we
Does
do
that
have,
mean that you have to go to Ondo State to vote?
Oh, yes.
okay,
Nice.
we do
I
have,
vote-
we
I
do
vote in
have-
Ondo State.
we have INEC on the line.
Right.
The resident electoral commissioner at Edo State, Mr. Mikey Guinea. Hello.
Right.
Okay, good.
Hello, Mr. Guinea.
Alero, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Nyota and my senior colleagues I can see there. It's an interesting to see all of you this morning on this very important issue of preparation toward the 20th. You don't have enough time, but let me quickly go straight to some of the issues with respect to SAN, Akeredolu, our former president. The opportunity of the window of transfer by virtue of Section 13 of the Electoral Act, because that was not the original place of registration. All the categories of persons who requested, who filed applications that we have treated, and as you have acknowledged, your name is on the list. All the PVC are printed outside this country. You will get your PVC. Point number 2, it is not correct that the process of biometric compilation, the likes of Mike Tyson on our list, that is not correct at all, because the basis of the biometric was that Mike Tyson, which by law of Nigeria is not qualified to register, and if you want to register, you must be present